Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Ask Jameen. I am Nikki Willis,
I'm Jameen.
and each week or so, we come to you guys with questions that you guys have asked us, and we answer them for you. So, today's question is: should I hire a property manager? All right, stay tuned. Here we go. So the question for today, should I hire a property manager? Take it away, babe.
So a lot of people want to know if they need to have a property manager or should they hire a property manager to invest in real estate, or if they have a rental property or two or a few, if they should hire a property manager. This is not my normal answer. It depends. That's not my answer today. I promise it's not my answer.
What?
So, should I hire a property manager or should you hire a property manager? Because I'm already a property manager. I don't need to hire a property manager. Unless I needed one for another city. And then I will hire a property manager. But that's not what we're talking about right now. Should you hire a property manager? Okay, so somebody who would be a candidate for needing a property manager or trying to determine if they need a property manager or not. The first thing is, if you have a rental property or you have an investment property and you own a business where you're super busy, you don't have time to do much else or attend to other things. The second reason why you might want to hire a property manager is if you have a full-time job and you're like us, you have kids, you're married and things like that.
Yeah.
You have a full-time job and you like to turn it off, when you get off from work.
Yeah.
Or if you just work a full-time job and it's very demanding, and when you're done, you want to be done. Having rental property can be a blessing, but it also can be, a burden with the different things that are involved with rental property and having investment property. So if you work a full-time job, 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, busy life, you may not want to spend the time that it takes to self-manage a rental property.
Yeah.
Or if as entrepreneurs and small business owners, we devote a lot of time and a lot of energy to make our businesses successful, and a lot of times that takes all of our focus to get that thing off the ground, let alone adding something else. So those are probably two of the main reasons why you would probably want to hire a property manager, like situations.
Okay.
And then the second thing is the responsibilities, the things that you have to do, or the things that you can avoid or delegate to somebody else, having a property manager.
Okay. So, so if you work a full-time job or just have another business, if you're super busy, that's one. The other one is if you just want to delegate to somebody else, you don't want the headache of the maintenance part, the management and maintenance part. Okay, tell us more about that.
So when you have a property manager, it creates a buffer between you and that tenant. I'll give you a perfect example. Is I had a client that I sold a multifamily to. This was years ago, and she owner occupied one of the units in an apartment building, but she didn't want the tenants to know that she owned the property.
Okay.
So she created like this fictional
Fictitious character. Okay.
Yeah, fictitious character. This fictitious landlord. All along it was her. So she let the tenants talk crap about her.
They didn't even know
she
it was
was
her.
a regular tenant, and it really was her. So she never
right.
let anybody know that she was the owner of the property.
That's smart.
And she had them mail payment somewhere and didn't know who she was. So it provides a buffer, because a lot of times, even myself, when I bought my first rental property, I lived in my 3-family building, and I had to go walk outside, walk to my tenant's door on the back unit and collect the rent. But if they had a problem, they would knock on my door and say, hey, such and such is not working, or I have this problem. So even if you don't live in the building, it creates a buffer between you and your tenant to where you're not catching every single little thing. And so, you're able to delegate and it creates a buffer between you and the tenant. Like you said before, the other thing is maintenance. Getting calls in the middle of the night saying something is broken, something is not working.
Yeah.
If you don't handle that every day or handle it like in a system and provide guidelines and parameters on here's what you do when you have this problem, it can be a headache by people just being able to pick up the phone and say, hey, and call you, and it's your personal cell phone number and things like that.
Absolutely.
That would be one of the benefits. Property managers handle a lot of times we joke and we don't say property management, we say problem management. So maintenance is a big thing. Getting calls, in the middle of the night or while you're at work. So a property manager can handle those maintenance calls for you.
Yeah. And so you also, when you delegate it to a property manager, it kind of gets you out of being the bad guy too, right?
I mean, the property manager, we're the people that have to tell people, I'm sorry, your application wasn't approved.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, but you haven't paid your rent in 5 months. We're going to have to, evict you, get you out of here. Or actually, we prevent people from not going that far paying their rent. But, we, property managers can be the bad guy for you when they have to bear bad news.
Right.
Or something that's not so favorable. Another thing is, one of the big reasons why you might want to hire a property manager is you have a heart to improve the community and things like that and help people.
Okay.
But you may not have the heart to evict somebody.
Right.
So that may be one of the reasons why you want to hire a property manager too, is you just don't have the heart to put somebody out.
Yeah.
You hire a property manager to handle that, so you don't have to, physically do it or see it or deal with it. That's one of the major benefits, because at the end of the day, business is business, but you may not have the heart to do that, and that's one of the negative sides about property management and just having rental property. Period. It's just a reality of, it comes with the territory sometimes, and so a property manager can handle that for you also.
Okay. All right. Cool. So when should you not hire a property manager? Because we know for the most part people should, but I believe there are probably instances where you shouldn't. So can you kind of share when you maybe shouldn't hire a property manager at a certain time?
So after being in real estate for a while myself and having rental property myself, there's a very short list of reasons why you shouldn't have a property manager. But one of the main reasons why you probably wouldn't or shouldn't hire a property manager is if you aren't making any money on your rental property. So of course, property managers don't work for free,
right?
So they have a property management fee that comes out of the rent, and then that owner, landowner or property owner gets the net proceeds after the property management fee is taken out. So if you aren't making any money, so you have a mortgage or a high mortgage or something like that, and it meets or is right at the amount of the rent, if you aren't making any money, the property management fee may make you be even further upside down, or if it makes a difference between you making a profit and not making a profit, you might want to go ahead and self-manage until you can refinance or pay the mortgage down, or rent increases. So if you're making less than $100 a month, you might want to consider self-managing just to save that amount. So if your numbers are very tight, you're making less than $100 per month, or if you already are upside down, you probably want to self-manage there.
Yeah, because we want you to make money. That's the thing. We definitely want you to make money. I mean, if we are, if we're going to manage our property, we can look at the numbers and say, you know what, this might not be a good fit for you right now. And then we can give you some steps on how you can, improve. Maybe you do need to increase rent, or, maybe there are some other places where you can save, if you just don't want that headache. Because like we were saying, property management, it's a lot of work, it's 24 hours. I mean, if you really think about it. because something can happen at any time. Pipes could burst, out here in Las Vegas, it's hot. ACs could go out, and they'll call you at any time. And I mean any time. And so, going back to that point, some people just don't want that 3 o'clock in the morning call.
Yeah.
And so that's when you get, a professional team that will take that call, that will put it into a system. We, obviously have a system that we are able to put it in. We're able to log it, all of that stuff. We're able to get, our maintenance team out there to fix it in an appropriate amount of time. So, I think one of the great benefits of having a property manager is having that ready-made system that's already built. You're just plugging your property in. And then, like I said in another podcast, it almost, then it really becomes, passive income. Now you can just sit back and collect your check from the investment that you've made. And that's, appreciating in value and all kinds of stuff. This is good stuff. And you want, you want your investment to be, you want it to be a good experience. You really, really do. So, so anything else, babe, about whether they shouldn't buy one or not buy one, but hire a property manager, any other reasons why they shouldn't, or that's pretty much it. That's the only I can think of.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Unless you really want to.
The only thing I want to say is the best way I can put it is just like we talk about a lot on this podcast. We talk about it looks easy on HGTV. We can go to rehab a house, but when you go about that on your own and it's your first one, it can be extremely overwhelming. It's always a problem. It's always something that you didn't think about, you didn't expect, an unexpected cost, or a permit that takes too long.
So true.
So it's just like HGTV, and that's what a lot of the people that we're getting in our prospects and with our property management division that we just recently opened is a lot of people buy a rental property or buy an investment property. It's I'm going to manage myself, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm tired of taking these calls. Even the marketing part, people, renters, it's a ton of people needing and wanting to rent, and you have to field those calls. You have to say, this is 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. Even that, getting those calls.
Giving the, these are the requirements. You have to, you have to, say that all the time. When people call, these are the rental requirements to apply and all that stuff. It's a lot of work, and this is what we do for our profession, right? We we study all the guidelines, we have all the contracts, all that stuff, and again, it goes back to the experience that you want. This is your investment. You want to have a good experience. No one goes into an investment thinking they're going to have a bad experience, and so in order to prevent that, I would definitely just say, consider hiring a property manager so that they can do all that hard work for you. And then again, you can sit back and collect that check. So yeah, we have just opened up our property management division, the Willis team, and we would love to help you with your property, with your rental properties, whether you have 1, whether you have 10, whether you have 100, we can help you. We can help you with the onboarding process. Help if you need to turn your property. We help with turns. If you just want assistance with leasing your property, we have that as well. So we can do it a la carte. We can also assist with a full service, and we would love to assist you. So if you are interested in having the Willis team manage your rental property or rental properties, go ahead and give us a call at 702-249-9061. You can also send us an email at thewillisteamlv@gmail.com. We will be happy to come by your property, take a look at it. This is definitely for the Las Vegas area. I know some people do watch us in other states and cities, but we are in Las Vegas, and we would be happy to assist you. So thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been another episode of Ask Jameen. All right, guys, you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
See you next week.